Hi, this is Lisa with Holland Designs Crochet. Today I'm going to demonstrate for you some of the stitches used in the lace insertion shawl. So this is a triangular shawl pattern, and I have released this one as a free pattern, so you can download your copy from my Ravelry store. This is just a child size that I made, but you can also make it in an adult size, so you can make it larger. So I had a little neighbor girl that modeled for me. So she's 6, and I just made a child size for her to model. But this again does go up to, adult size. You just simply keep working in rows to make it a larger triangle, so you get the correct width that you want. Basically, it's usually from wrist to wrist. If your arms are stretched out, that's kind of like how wide you'd want it. So you can download your copy of the pattern. So I'll just show you what it looks like. Some close-up photos, obviously all the instructions, special stitch definitions, materials used, yardage amounts, and so you can get your copy from my Ravelry store. So I'll leave the link in the description box for that. And I will just go ahead and show you how we begin the pattern. The sample I made using a DK weight yarn, and I used a K hook. So that's a bit of a larger hook than you would normally use with DK weight. But I specifically used this larger hook to create the lacy lightweight effect that I wanted for the shawl. And so this pattern begins with the ribbing section. So we start row 1 with chain 3. That's my instructions. Chain 3, and then we do a half double slip stitch in the second chain from the hook, and in the next chain 1 turn. So at the end of row 1, we have 2 half double slip stitches. So I'll just demonstrate that for you. So half double slip stitch is yarn over, insert your hook into the chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, and then just simply pull through the 2 loops on your hook. And I'll do that a second time in the second chain. So I have 3 loops, and then I just pull through to create my half double slip stitch. Then I'll do chain 1 and turn. And row 2 is, it says working in back loops only. We're going to work 2 half double slip stitches in each of the stitches across. So we're going to be increasing on this row, working in back loops only, and working 2 half double slip stitches in each of those stitches. So we'll end up with 4. And so this pattern, you just increase by 2 half double slip stitches on each row. Again, chain 1, turn. So that's my first 2 rows. You can see the ribbing beginning to form there. And then row 3 is similar. Again, back loops only. We're working 2 half double slip stitches in the first stitch. And then we half double slip stitch in the next 2 stitches, or it'll say in each stitch across until the last stitch. So we are going to be doing an increase again in this last stitch. So we're doing 2 half double slip stitches in that last stitch. So that's the completion of row 1 through 3. And at row 3 we have a stitch count of 6 half double slip stitches. Every row you just do a chain 1 and turn. And you just keep repeating row 3 until you actually work up through row 17 per the pattern instructions. So just creating a wider triangle. So I will create that and then come back and show you what it looks like. Okay, I've just finished row 17. So I've got all of my ribbed rows there to begin that first triangular edging here, a corner of the shawl, the bottom edge. And from here we're going to work the lace insertion row. There's actually 3 of them that I have for this lace area. So I'll show you how that's done. I'm going to be working now with half double crochet. So again, at the end of row 17, just chain 1 and turn. And then again, working in back loops only, we're going to be increasing our stitch count on this row, as well as working the lace. And so what we're going to do is we're going to skip the first stitch the first half double slip stitch of the previous row and work a half double crochet in back loops only of the next stitch. And then we're going to be working a front post half double crochet around the post of the half double crochet that we just made. So it's going to be from the front of our work around the post and complete as a regular half double crochet. And because we're wanting to increase here at this edge, we're going to work another half double crochet, a front post half double crochet in the exact same spot. So we have 2 front post half double crochets around that first half double crochet that we worked. From there, we're going to just work across the row, repeating skip 1 stitch, half double crochet in the next stitch, and then front post half double crochet around the post of the half double crochet just made. So that's how our lace stitch is created, and we just repeat that all the way across this row. And then when we get to the last stitch of the row, we'll again work 2 post stitches to increase at that edge as well. So at the end of row 18, we will have a stitch count of 36 half double crochets. Okay, and then we're going to be working 2 more rows of lace, row 19 and 20, which will be an exact repetition of row 18, and we'll end up with 40 half double crochets at the end of those rows. So I'll just finish those rows and then just come back and show you how do we continue with the second ribbed section. All right, I finished my lace rows. You can see on this sample here I did 3 repetitions of the lace, and I've just completed my lace here. You can see how pretty it is. Because you've got back loops only for the lace section, it also creates a bit of a ribbing there. And I've just continued working my half double slip stitch now for the ribbed section. And I'll mention just quickly about half double slip stitch. If you're not used to working it, the trick is to pull up and then pull across. So you're shifting the way that you're pulling to make it easy to work, and it slides, I find, very, very easily on my hook. So I have been using this stitch for a few years, and it is one of my favorites, but I do know that if someone's new to this stitch, it might be a little bit awkward at first. So just practice it, and I'm sure you'll soon be an expert with half double slip stitch. Just creates a beautiful knit look ribbing. This pattern works up pretty quickly and is lovely. I just want to show you what it looks like on the last photo here. So it'd be really beautiful for like a flower girl, or even for a bride, for a wedding or bridesmaid. So I hope you do enjoy this pattern. Again, the download link is in the description box, and all of my patterns are written in standard US or American crochet terms.